Have you ever wondered why some people apologize even when they did nothing wrong? Why some people are afraid to ask for help? Why they hide their emotions? Why they try to make everyone happy when they are hurting inside? Maybe the answer is not who they are today. Maybe the answer is what happened yesterday. Because sometimes the things we call our personality are actually the ways we learn to survive. Today let's talk about the invisible childhood experiences that quietly follow us into adulthood. And maybe somewhere in this video, you'll understand a part of yourself that you never understood before. Some children don't experience childhood the way they should, while other kids worry about games and cartoons. Some children worry about problems that were never meant for them. They became responsible too early. They became emotionally mature too soon. Everyone says you are so mature for your age, but sometimes early maturity is not a gift. Sometimes it is a sign that a child had to learn things earlier than they should. They become adults who take care of everyone, hide their struggles, feel guilty when resting, because deep inside they still feel they always need to be useful to be loved. Every child has stories, small stories, silly stories, emotional stories. But when a child repeatedly hears, "Stop crying, you're too sensitive," this is not a big problem. Something changes. They don't stop having feelings, they just stop showing them. Years later, they become adults who say, "I'm totally fine." When they are breaking, they struggle to open up, not because they don't trust people, but because once upon a time their feelings didn't feel important. Some children learn a dangerous lesson. I am loved when I achieve. Good grades equal to appreciation. Winning equal to attention. Success equal to acceptance. Slowly they start believing, if I fail, I disappoint everyone. Then adulthood arrives. They get a job, the money, the achievements, but they still feel I'm not doing enough because nobody taught them your value is not measured only by your success. You are allowed to fail. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to simply exist. Some people cannot say no. They help everyone. They avoid conflict. They sacrifice their own happiness. People call them too nice, but sometimes being too nice comes from fear. Fear of disappointing people, fear of rejection, fear of being abandoned. A healthy relationship should not require you to lose yourself. The right people will respect your boundaries, not push you for having them. Have you met someone who never asked for help? Someone who handles everything alone? Everyone thinks they are independent, but sometimes extreme independence comes from "I had nobody when I needed someone." So they learned, don't expect, don't depend, don't ask. But healing means understanding. Accepting support doesn't make you weak. Even the strongest people need someone. The beautiful thing about life is your past can explain you, but it doesn't have to control you. Maybe you learn to stay silent, but you can learn to express yourself. Maybe you learn to please everyone, but you can learn boundaries. Maybe you learn to hide pain. You can learn to accept support. Healing is not becoming someone new. Sometimes healing is returning to the person you were before the world told you who to become. Before you leave, think about the younger version of yourself, the child who tried to give the best, the child who survived difficult moments. If that child was standing in front of you today, would you criticize them or would you hug them? Give yourself the same kindness, because maybe the person you needed all these years was yourself. If this message is connected with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories about life, emotions, and healing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.